Hey, what's up, everybody? This is let's see. This is the Long Island Rodeo Experience. I think it's number 6. Couldn't tell if it was 5 or 6.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think it matters if we count the Q&A we did on your channel. That's what I came up with.
Yeah. Well, now we're in both.
If we count
channels.
that one, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, and then
the
this
first
one's both
dual
channels.
simulcast.
Yeah, I've been doing this on Thursday night too, and I got to say, like, it's been confusing people big time. Because a lot of because it's like, I think this was created for, like, if I have a guest on who's going to talk about AB5 and she has a crowd and I have a crowd and they're going to intermix to turn each other onto each other's channels. But when you have 5 people on the round table and everybody's subscribed to all 5. Like,
yeah.
How am I supposed to watch this?
Right, what channel do I turn on? Who do I support?
Yeah.
So we're trying to find a system that keeps them moving, because the whole point was to get it out more. And I guess when you tally it, we are much higher in views. But, you know, like, mine had been the one for a year and a half. It took some hits, but I don't care. I've been doing some clips out of it instead, and those get me the views. If we're getting it to a bigger audience, the live, I'm happy.
Well, I think that they should have something implemented, like similar to how when you do live streams across different platforms, be able to have chat integrated into both.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Because like if you were to multi-stream like on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, for example, you could have the chat
so the
integrated
people
into
see
both.
each other from both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
And if it's a monetary thing, I would say just, you know, let it be split if you had to, in a worst case.
Right.
Just split it. Just say, okay, well, that's fine, but you guys are gonna have to split the monetary. Okay, fine.
Well, do you get paid for lives? Like, how did
lives? Yeah, lives are monetized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't quite know how.
No.
I don't know
Oh, sorry, I'm responding to the chat on here. So I should put up the chat on yours too, so we can see both chats.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, what I've been doing when we do it is I have my chat up, and then everybody else has their chats up, and then I pull from all of them, because I can see all of them in StreamYard.
Right.
Oh, you can see them all.
And I'll just put them on screen, but like,
we've
just kind of all been in it. But I think that that's another thing. It's like, you know, like some people are like, unless you put it up on screen, I don't know what so-and-so's saying. And normally I'm used to being in the live with them. That's the weird thing.
Oh, I see. Okay. I have it up on the StreamYard now too, where I can see.
You'll see everything.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, we're there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Right, then I'm shutting this thing off.
Yeah.
You know, like Christopher Taylor, like here, on this one, he's saying hello to you, and that's from my room. And then on this one, there's a little chain link, so he's in your room.
Oh, okay.
So
we're all
he's in both rooms.
We're all everywhere.
See, but I think I want to make sure we're not upsetting people. Like, this is pissing me off. Like,
well, you see what Ryan said. Ryan said he's here to be a cheerleader for Instacart.
Yeah, I know. I can tell because of the chain. He's in your room. Ryan comes to my room too, but he was not going to come there after that. Plus, I saw his comment and I commented back on yours. But we are 3.5 minutes in. I should probably introduce what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we act like everybody knows each other, but they might not. I don't know.
Daphne's like, I don't know whose room I'm in.
At least you're here. That's all that matters in the end. You're here. So, but yeah, you guys. So Lou and Mary and I have done this 6 times now. It's always been a little different. Sometimes it's been about a topic. Sometimes it's been about a maybe just a conversation. We've done Q&As. It seems like we've done a handful of things, but this is Lou and Mary, Long Island Experience. If you guys aren't familiar with them, you should be. They put out great content. In fact, if you saw, I changed the title, Lou, because of your video title.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I think it's good.
I just left it as all the other ones were called the Long Island Experience. And then, so if you go look them up, you won't know in what order they came. But I changed this one because I think that even though you gave some things away, and whatever, but I think that it's something that we need to talk about because things are
YouTube
tough out
SEO
there.
will like it. So
I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat that we're here so far. So what's up, Chris Taylor? What's up, 904 Dasher? What's up, Chris Taylor again? What's up, Daphne? How are you? Hi, Deborah. Deborah was mad earlier because she's in Minneapolis and I'm in Denver, and she was watching me do a curry and said, why is it so nice there? Because our weather's fairly close sometimes. I guess it's crappy up there.
Oh, yeah? We go there a lot.
I feel like we're there often lately.
What's up, Dean Bishop? I guess they only want to say hi to you.
Yeah. Only to us.
I'm nobody, Dean. I'm just Steve.
Who's this Steve guy?
He's just this guy that invited us on his channel.
Yeah.
And then, what's up, Captain Instacart? How are you doing?
Captain Instacart. Ryan has the Instacart shirt.
You know what? What is it? Is it Skipper? Is it? No, it'd be Captain. So yeah, because when Instacart goes down, he'll have to go down with the ship, right? That's Captain.
Thank you, Bermuda.
So yeah, so Ryan, you are Captain Instacart. When it goes down, you got to go down with it.
I shaved the beard. The 1,000 to shave the beard, because he offered 1,000, but it's got 5. It works. That's good too.
Hey, Traveler, how are you? Wait, Lou shouldn't be an Islander fan. He isn't.
No, I'm definitely not now.
Oh, you should be in a. Wait,
no.
Lou,
shouldn't you be? Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't you be? Yeah.
No.
His answer is no. We talked about that.
No, I'm definitely not a Ranger fan either.
Definitely not.
It's guys. I can tell you this for sure. He was gonna wear a worse hat. No matter what you think of, no matter what you think of that team.
Should I show him the hat?
I thought you were gonna throw it away.
No, he's gonna. You guys are gonna burn it for a short later.
I was gonna wear this.
Our next fire pit.
Yeah.
DoorDash sends those out now as kindling. So.
Yeah, we got. You got this like at the beginning
with the face mask.
Oh my god, with the face mask. Remember the face mask smells so bad.
It is nice and soft though.
It's nice.
Wait, you could be that for Halloween.
I mean, if you
James when he goes to on dance on Saturday.
I think I saw the DoorDash shirt too. If you go back and watch some of the original episodes of the Long Island Dash Experience, I was wearing this hat, by the way.
James needs a costume. Here we go.
You shouldn't promote that.
Yeah, no.
What's up, Nola? How are you? Hi, Michelle. How are you? And who else do we got in here?
Nelly.
Nola Grind, by the way. I love to give Nola Grind a shout out. Not only a great YouTuber, gig worker, but also a hell of a poker player as well. Really,
I remember seeing that about him. He was in one of my lives, and I was checking out his channel, and I think it even said it in the title.
Yeah, Nola Grind and I
had a lot of battles. It was like, I'm a poker player who does gig work, so I took it as more like he's more poker, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of battles on the felt.
And then Ryan's a Instacart captain that knows how to play poker.
Also a poker player.
Right, but he's probably not good, right?
No, he's got 10 tables going right now. While
he's watching us and
grinding at the same time.
And 10 tables going.
That's how you want to do it.
Good for you guys. And by the way, after we get through the initial conversation, Lou's going to teach everybody some poker tricks, because that's how you make money these days. That's the app.
Yep. Yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys the biggest secret you guys need to know in poker.
Damn, I have no clue who's. That is a new picture for Daphne.
I've been seeing that picture is a really.
It's a little freaky.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. It just doesn't remind me of any of Daphne's.
Daphne's had that picture for a while though.
Really, I feel like she switched it from the black and white to another one to this.
No, Daphne's had the one for months now.
Okay.
What's going on, Melly?
Nice surprise.
Melly, who's like 20 minutes away from us.
Music.
Vancouver, California.
Gig Work Mama, also another great YouTuber. Make sure you guys check her out.
You know, obviously you haven't been watching the roundtable. She's a regular.
I know. Now. I know. Listen, I come by and see what's going on once in a while.
Hi, Cheyenne. I don't think this is their name. Is this somebody you know?
No.
Nope, but what's going on?
Latina 805. Hi from
Latina 805.
Hey, Steve. Thanks.
I have to say, like, what's
I'm like
one
the
of the really
afterthought.
cool things is
You're
like,
hi, Daphne.
you know, when we originally made the channel, I figured only people would watch Long Island. It's really cool, like people watching from all over the place.
They want you to shout out Christina.
Christina.
Hey, hi, Christina.
What is going on, Christina? Good for you, Ryan.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa.
That's how Ryan stays out of the doghouse.
Hi, Bordura. How are you?
Bordura.
And
yep.
because
is this real? I mean, will this person give you $1,000 to shave?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what they said in the comment. But the funny thing was when Bermuda commented, we're behind with our video. We post videos and the shifts usually from like a week or two before. I had actually already shaved my beards. Because we was at the point where, like, when I was eating, my mustache was just getting in my food. It was terrible.
Lindy says hello.
Yes.
Not all heroes wear capes. Yeah, not all ship captains survive. You gotta go down. So.
Yep.
What's up, Rick? Hi, Steve, Lou, and Mary, and Chris Taylor, and Deborah, and Traveler, all in chat.
What's going on, Rick?
You know, I got to meet Rick in person. He was like one of the standout people at the gig con and at the town hall that we did. And he was just such a fun guy to meet.
Maybe one of these days we can get to one of these things when we can do something on the East Coast.
There's a good chance that this year it's between two, but it's most probably, I'll probably get in trouble for this. It rhymes with Atlantic City.
I mean, that's
like exactly.
That's like 3 hours from us. So that's very doable for us.
Well, Kim was hinting at it.
Yeah.
Last week when we were talking.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. I mean,
luckily, Pedro's on a 24-hour stream right now or something.
Was that?
Pedro's doing a 24-hour stream right now.
Oh, so yeah. I saw a thumbnail.
Right, so I figured I could say it because it's
24-hour stream. Those are tough. Those I know people have done those before. Those are hard.
Yeah.
And they did it playing poker too.
Joe, you finally subscribed to us at the you hadn't even been subscribed, Joe. My goodness. The amount of times we've run into each other too, and you haven't been subscribed.
I was just thinking of that. We haven't run into him in a long time.
Yeah, Joe. Since Target. We haven't run into you since Target. Yeah.
On Pedro's live.
Canada. How you doing?
Love it.
What's that on the boot?
That's like East Coast, like where Cheyenne is in Montreal. That's as east as you can get, pretty much.
Base is 4. I'm a fish at poker, but I love when I hit one outer on people. That's the dream, Ryan.
You're gonna be a fish in the sea when Instacart sinks there, Captain Instacart. You guys, I actually love Ryan. We've had a lot of he's got that sarcastic humor like me, so don't think I'm picking on the guy. I actually like Ryan.
Oh, this is cool. Messy Jessie, welcome to the Long Island Dash crew. Got a message here that she's a new member of the Long Island Dash.
Thank you.
Welcome. We'll give you a nice formal shout out on the videos too.
Yes.
But
here you go. And I finally subscribed to you guys after a year.
We'll have a couple new shout outs.
We run into Joe all the time while we're out.
So I wonder if that was like he just forgot to subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck, Joe.
It happens. It happens.
Yep.
We've had conversations.
Only alive.
Oh, jeez. Daphne, that sucks. Daphne says she got to run. A kid's car won't start.
Oh, jeez. Yep. Know that feeling.
Good luck, Daphne.
See, there's a confused constituent right there.
Damn it. Oh, I just saw Rob. I just saw Rob pump up. Go. Yeah, capital 1212. That's Rob. Mary, can I buy your Instacart account? Yeah, he's Rob, that's Rob. He does it. He does it full time here in Long Island, and he still can't get an Instacart.
Just rent it out in the day, Mary. When you're doing your
that is true. I could do that.
Yeah, so you can rent it for like $100 a day. Okay. Oh my gosh. Nice. You know, there's a funny story about
shopping.
So
shopping on Shipped.
I hadn't even logged into. I've made sure I always log into all the apps, but I saw John Theory posted a community post saying, "Oh my gosh, I went to see if I was going to do any more Shipped, and I'm no longer." It said user. I can't remember how it worded it. Like user terminated, or like you're done.
Oh.
You can't even reset the thing. So it recognized the email because he hadn't been on it in so long. So I saw that, and I've been like kind of making sure to do one active on all my apps before the new year, to just in case of legislation things. And so I went to log into my Shipped, and I hate Shipped. I learned Shipped from John, from John's channel, and it was when it was good, and then it died like almost immediately after, and I really haven't been back on it. Same thing happened to me.
Really?
And I had logged in, like I logged in a couple months ago. I've logged in here and there just to check, but like I did it again, and it said the same thing John did. Like, you're screwed. You're done.
I mean, like,
interesting.
It's like crazy, because I mean, if they haven't deactivated us, then I mean, it's like...
and we've been noticing in our area they're doing a lot of like boosts and things. So like the other day we did one, spoiler alert. We did a double. And for 2 shops, we got an extra $15. So so it kind of helps, because you don't know if they're going to tip or not.
So I wonder if that's why because we've been seeing a lot of Shipped offers now. Like, Shipped has been really great lately, and I wonder if it's because they probably deactivated a lot of people.
Maybe, yeah.
For inactivity, like we always have it on.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey even got the message. User disabled.
So, speaking to this, Rick, there is a program. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Vinny Coos. Vinny does a lot of rideshare stuff. He's been around for a while. He's got a YouTube channel. He uses a different thing than StreamYard, where he's got 2 people, him and this other guy, and a third of the screen is the chats combined.
Oh, okay.
But you have to watch them like on a phone. It's almost impossible. You're having to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a cool idea, but I don't know what you.
That's silly.
Yeah. Well, like on Twitch, I build overlay. You know, I have an overlay like the way I do it on Twitch, and then I just have the chat like on the overlay. So then like you can, on the replays, it's easy. But YouTube is set up differently though, where YouTube, if you go back and watch, if you go back and watch a live, 12 hours later, you can see the chat as it's running, unlike how Twitch is.
Right.
It's funny that when we combined these lives tonight, that somehow the algorithm said it must be about Instacart, because everybody in here is talking about Instacart.
That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
And even like you guys aren't only about Instacart. I hate Instacart. I wish I didn't have to, but I do. And I don't know if I told you, I did one Sunday when I did a pair of works. I hadn't done an Instacart in like 15 months. And it was awful too. It was like a 3-item from Staples. It was going in the direction of where I needed to be to pick up 4 pizzas on Paraworks for $40 going 5.8 miles. Great deal.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So, but I had to get to where that was, and then I always am looking and laughing at the Instacart offers. And Lou, I've even sent them to you. Even my market really is that much worse than most.
Right.
But I saw one, and it was 3 items, and it was going that way. So it was one of those scenarios of going that way anyway. I haven't done one in a long time. Let's make sure it's active, that the card works, whatever, for whatever reason. Thing ended up taking me longer than I thought it would. The guy wanted these. He only needed 4 items. It was like pens, a clipboard, and two power strips that were on sale. The place showed that they had them. They were looking for them. And I kept texting him, and I was like, can I replace these? He's like, no, it has to be those. And then he's like, I'm like, okay, then I can't get them. He's like, I'll cancel the order. I was like, okay, if that's what you need to do. And then I was just going to delete Instacart. And then he's like, you know what? Just get me the 2 next cheapest. And so I took a picture, and I was like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was just like thinking, God, this is the worst. Like,
yeah.
Pick a backup on the again.
Right. Yeah.
Have your
exactly.
backup, even for Office Depot, have your stuff. If you really need that, have it ready. Don't make me start.
I know. Yep. No, that's one of the more frustrating aspects.
Yeah, that's one of our pet peeves. Is
but
like,
here I was.
If you don't have a substitution, or say like just refund it. Like,
that's why we've kind of like grocery store. It was a little different for me. I was sitting in Office Max or Office Depot, going, "Wait a minute, he needs pens, a clipboard on a Sunday, and 2 power strips." I was like, he really must need these power strips.
Right.
My thought was this must be like almost the main reason for needing this.
Right. And he just kind of added in the other things just to kind of.
Right. So it wasn't like
even
one food item was missing out of 60. It was like, this could be the whole reason he did the order. So I don't know. I felt a little, anyway, I made whatever that was, $15.96. It was like 7 miles. None of it made sense. It was crap, but it was going the way I was going. I did it. I saw that in there was a $1 tip. And I saw the
touch those ones.
It needed to, but I don't get anything that you guys wouldn't touch anything I get either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we started show, and there's a video that's going to be out probably in 2 weeks where we were sharing some of the other Instacart orders that we had. Because this thing is like, it's easy to share what the bad DoorDash orders are and the other bad Uber Eats orders, things like that, because they're coming in one by one, as opposed to the Instacart orders where everything's coming in as a pool. Yes. So we shared some of the other Instacart because we get, I mean, I'd say like 95% of the Instacart orders we see are really, really bad, but we just don't show them because it's different, because they're just popping up in the pool and we're just, we're just hiding them.
And they're usually bad because in our area, they're not tipping.
Yeah.
Like the tipping has gotten really bad.
Yeah. It's either no tipping
or like $1
or the mileage is insane because of Walmart. Generally because Walmart orders seem to like go 20 miles.
Right. They want to go to Queens or out east.
Yeah. Because we don't have that many Walmarts around.
And here we have those fleets of Kroger refrigeration trucks doing, we had like 2 last month. Now we've got like 12 and it's 12 per fleet. So you see these 26-foot refrigeration trucks moving all the time, everywhere. And we've always been a test market, but it's hurting Instacart. And I can tell by, even though I don't take them, I look at all the Instacart orders. There's barely any these days. I mean, again, this is a market specific thing, you guys. Even if you've seen a Kroger, or I know that there's other shopping places that do this, even if you've seen a truck in your area, it could just be 5 that they're testing. We're now looking at like 130 that are here.
Yeah, we don't have Kroger. We don't have
Kroger. Well, what's happening in our area is we have this one chain called Stop and Shop, and with they had their own delivery called Peapod, but we're finding that they're actually getting rid of Peapod and now subcontracting Instacart to pick up the packages and deliver them. But you're not getting the tips. You're just getting like $5 for like 11 packages.
Yeah, we've only seen like one.
One we had like really good order.
Yeah, Instacart deletes. That's the other app.
Yeah,
so Traveler's saying it's getting bad across the board. And
I mean, all of our apps, it's the tipping is just terrible.
And I explained this in the video. This is my theory, and I want to know like what you think. And we put out a video where I specifically told people stop using the apps. Just stop ordering off the apps. And because the problem is, I really feel like during the pandemic, all right, everybody got so used to using these apps. Then we all got stimulus checks. So people were now into the habit, because let's face it, using the delivery apps to get food is an addiction, because food is an addiction. So now we have an easier way to feed this addiction, not having to go out of the house to have people deliver food for you. We were getting stimulus checks. Tips were good because people had all this extra money that they didn't know what to do with. So they were tipping. Now nobody has any money anymore. All right. That's
also don't
have
forget,
money, but they're still using the apps though.
But before you even move forward, don't forget that during the pandemic, that was what was fun. We couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't just even about getting food easy to the house. It was like, oh, this is gonna be my fun thing for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that people were using this extra money and they were using it properly towards the tips. Great. But now the problem is that the addiction is in. The addiction has happened. You're gonna still use the apps, even if you can't really afford it. You're still people are still going to use it. And how are they going to afford it? Well, it's going to be on the back end. The one portion of the whole entire thing that they can control, besides the fact of controlling it by just not using the app, the one thing they can control is how much they're tipping the driver. And I think that's the whole issue, is people are continuing to use these apps when in reality, like, I hate to say it because we obviously want to do deliveries. People need to delete these apps from their phones and stop using them because they cannot afford to use them. They can't afford it.
Losing ad for all.
But if you're going to keep on using it, I'm going to deliver to you if you tip accordingly. But really, financially, you should stop ordering off these apps because you clearly can't afford it. Because if you could, you would tip the driver. Like, you're probably not really a douchebag, but you kind of are a douchebag. In a way.
I mean, where would you think, not being specific to any platform unless you want to, but where would you think, and not amounts, but like percentage of people tipping it all where it is?
I mean, just in general, I mean,
I mean, do you think it's like way up in terms of people tipping nothing?
No, I'd say it's more way up in people tipping inadequately.
Right, way less.
Yeah. I don't think I wouldn't say there's been a rise in no tips. I'd say there's been a rise for sure in just
it doesn't help tips. That the apps are now paying less too. That
right, apps paying less, apps,
and it doesn't make any sense because they're still charging the same amount.
They're charging more.
They're getting their money, and they're paying the drivers less.
So so what's happening here?
Well, I've always said get rid. I mean,
we knew this was coming.
A lot of people don't like this, but I always say get rid of the base pay. I really do, because it makes it easier for the company. It makes it easier for you to be a true independent contractor, because with that would have to come drop the acceptance rate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And therefore you then create a true independent contractor platform. Because here's my point. When people are like, dude, you're crazy. Really, I'm crazy. You can do 2 dashes an hour and $2, it's down to $2 base pay. You really, that $4 is making or breaking you? Because if it is, get out.
Yeah.
I mean, because basically I think of it like a bartender. Yes, even bartenders don't get, like, I never got minimum wage for the state. Every state has a allowance for a bartender minimum wage. Like the federal minimum wage is $7.75. No state is below that. A bartender, when I was a bartender in all the way up to 2008 in Colorado, was $3.15 an hour. So even though the state was higher than the federal, even let's call it 10 for minimum wage, they knew that I was pulling 30-ish. And so they were like, well, bartenders get paid this. And across the board, that was the pay. And that's what I've always said needed to happen with, first of all, when these states battle to go, let's give them full minimum wage. No. Now you're doing something that would completely collapse it. If the bars had to pay $10-15 an hour to every employee, the mom and pops would go out of business.
Right.
So, I mean, there has to be a meet in the middle, but I think it's get rid of the base pay.
So the question is, okay, you get rid of the base pay.
And then you have a final screen, like in the flow screens, that says, how quickly do you want it?
Right.
And those are different tip levels.
Yeah. Well, but then something would have to happen on the customer end for the fees to reduce their fees. So you say reduce the fees, the base pay gets rid of the fees or reduces the fees. There's going to still be some kind of fees. We know that because fees to go towards operations, processing, operations,
service fees.
They
can start naming up new things too.
I don't know, paying for whoever this terrible IT company is that creates a DoorDash app that clearly they don't know how to actually do anything.
Well, that should be in service.
Yeah.
Processing and service could be separate.
The fees need to be lower. maybe then the customer might pass that tip along. But again, with the way the economy is now, maybe they still don't. Maybe they still don't. I really believe that the addiction aspect of this is a big deal, because we know people shouldn't be using the apps if they can't afford it.
Yeah.
They should be going to the grocery store.
I can tell you, at least here, I don't know about where you guys are, probably not, but here in Denver, and it's a huge city, I can tell you that there are some more people that don't have cars now since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know that plays a role too.
Yeah. But I also think that people might decide to order food off their apps like before actually using their money towards something they should be using it towards.
Yeah.
Because of the addiction.
Yeah, I mean, I would even say that. I mean, look at Instacart. Their biggest prop right now is their Caper Cart, which is basically a scanner. It's not technology; it's a scanner to scan an item when you drop it in the cart. And then the fact they have all the states of SNAP now and EBT benefits. But to me, that even makes it more prominent that you're a nonprofit worker.
Right.
I mean, if that's going to be their angle, you're going to end up like, if you think $4 base pay from 8 was bad.
Yeah.
Wait till, I mean, and I was talking about the food delivery platforms, but with Instacart, they should have a flat $15 fee, period, or something. I don't even think 8 was even worth looking at it.
No, shopping is a lot of work.
And if it's 40 items or 80 items, it's going to take you an hour. I don't, the people who say it does, no, I got it down. Doesn't matter. For the most part, you got to figure an hour.
Right. And then not even the shopping. And then you have to wait online. You got to bag it. You got to get in your car. Then you got to drive. And then you got to, it's not just the shop part, because that's the easy part.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
as long as you don't have a picky customer.
Yeah.
If you got a picky customer, then it takes even longer.
Yeah. For me, bagging takes double the time it takes for Mary.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I was looking at orders all the time, not taking them, they were $8 without a tip for 90 items.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's always the ones that
that's
have
going to be an hour 45.
That's
$4.50 an hour, or $4 an hour.
And there should be a way that, like, some customers don't want to pay on the app and they want to pay you when you drop it off. There should be a way that they write on the on it that they're going to pay your tip when you drop it off.
Yep.
And that would give you incentive to
which you never know. Which you never know. You just never know. Even if they put it like in the instructions afterwards,
you wouldn't know.
You don't know, because it needs to be a new offer screen, but
there's no way of knowing.
It's such a broken system.
Yeah, Brandon, I don't know how this would work.
Should be $1 per item with a $15 minimum.
I mean, I like the idea, but like,
it should be. It should be.
But when you do a 100-item shop, that's $100.
Well, it should be.
I guess so. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, you want to make it 50 cents? Make it 50 cents. Still, I agree. Item count should play,
or maybe what I was thinking is like in a $60 cap.
The bottom line is I really believe that is the way it should be, and that's why Corner Shop had it right, because Corner Shop factored that in. Corner Shop factored in the amount of items you had and the amount of miles you were driving.
Yeah.
They were the only app that actually the pay made logical sense, and they actually broke down the math for it. But Uber had to freaking take that crap and ruin it, and now Uber's shop and delivers are the biggest joke among jokes about any joke in the world of jokes, because it's complete garbage and just trash. Besides the fact that their app is broken for that stuff as well.
Yeah, ours aren't that high.
So busting it down into the nutshell that it is. You guys put that video out, and I mean, I know that, and probably all of our previous ones doing this, you guys said, listen, it's, and I agree with you. For most people, this is true in most markets. It's better to do something else, even if it's part-time, and have this as secondary income.
Yeah.
You know, I know you can make this work in our market. You can, there are markets, but I don't like to say that because in a lot, it is that much tougher.
Yeah.
But now I feel like you guys might even be on the verge of, this might not even be worth my part-time.
Well, see and that's what I thought was really interesting about the conversation that we had. And I think it was cool that it happened, that the conversation happened, because it was a very raw conversation. I know that particular day I was very tilted. I was getting very frustrated because we had set a goal, which was a very realistic goal for that day. And it wasn't even close. And it was on a Sunday. But ultimately, like the question is like, okay, we want to make side money. This is still the easiest way to make side money. Sadly, it's sad. It's still the easiest way to make side money. And even if they got rid of base pay, it would still sadly be the easiest way to make side money because, you know, no disrespect to anybody does this full time. It's really not that difficult. You turn on an app and you take some orders, you drive, you pick up an order, or you do some shopping and you deliver it. And then when you're done, you shut off the app. So it's like, compared to other potential side hustles that you could possibly do that are going to either require capital. You need no capital for this. You need no capital for this. You need nothing to start this up, compared to doing maybe some other kind of side hustle where you maybe do need capital to maybe start your own side business or something like that. This is so easy. And that's the problem, is that it's so easy, yet it could be very demoralizing and depressing at the same time, because our time is so valuable, because our time on the earth is so short, that you wonder, how much is this worth?
Because we're getting older. Like if I was 30, 35, I might say, you know, like I know a lot of these young, I mean, look at Welty. I did a live with him. He's 26 years old. You know, that's a different comparison. Like I'm right there with you. You know, I measure my time as my value now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we only go out like a couple nights.
Yeah,
we go one night
two days a week at this
and
point.
Sundays.
Yeah.
You know, because we're like, we have other things we want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, we like making the money. It is, you know.
And it has to be like enjoyable too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I actually.
Well, that's what I was going to say too, is you guys always have enjoyed doing it. If that's gone,
we have. But I mean, but there have been some shifts though. I'll be honest. There have been some shifts though.
Yeah.
That we've had to really push ourselves to go out.
Well, especially like when it's coming to our goal and we're like not even getting close to it. It's like, it's all right.
The other night we almost quit like the shift like multiple times. We're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
You know, like why we can go home and have some fun, do something else. And instead we're sitting out here, you know, just sitting in a car, staring at a cinder block wall, hoping and waiting for a $6 order.
Yep.
You know, and after turning around, but
but that doesn't know.
Yeah, like that makes it a struggle, and especially, you know, doing this part-time and you know, Mary and I have very different types of jobs. All right. My job, I work from home. All right. I sit on my ass all day, regardless. Okay. I'm not, you know, Mary works as a sonographer. She's on her feet all day. She's dealing with patients all day. She is working 20 times harder than I am. And then she's taking this time to do more work on at least one day in the weekend and 4 hours at night, you know, at least one night a week. She's already exhausted. And then doing this.
Well, like, that's because you guys make it fun though.
Yeah. Well, thank God we do it together.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it by myself.
Yeah. And, you know, I will always say that thank God for the YouTube channel. Because I asked Mary the other day, it's like, if we didn't have the YouTube channel, would we still be doing this? I'm like, I don't know if we'd still be doing that. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to say, you know. I might be playing more poker. I don't know, you know, but the bottom line is, you know, the sad part. Here's the sad part about it. The sad part about it is right now, we need the money. So we have to go out and do something, because the way the economy is, okay, and inflation, you know, it's moving way too fast.
Yep.
It's moving way too fast. And if you stay status quo, you know, salaries are not moving as fast as inflation is happening. So you have to find other ways to make money.
Ryan says it's because we haven't had morning coffee.
Yeah. So like it's almost become like, and I wonder if, you know, the apps kind of know it too. The apps know it. The apps know that right now, that for us, the gig workers, especially the part-timers, they kind of have us by the you know what, because what else are we gonna do? We're not gonna go get a part-time job at freaking Walmart. That sounds like a nightmare. Ugh, God, no.
Don't worry, everyone. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but we're not going anywhere.
Everyone's getting. We need your videos.
If anything happens, we're gonna be here for another 10 years. the way everything's going. If the economy ever turns around and we don't need extra money, then you know. You know, but you know, for like right now, it is what you know.
Yeah, it's good to get out of the house.
It is good for me, especially like one of the reasons why I personally slowed down with poker and I needed to start doing other stuff and get out of the house. I mean, poker is very profitable for me. I could make, you know, in fact, our son said, why don't you just play poker full time? Like we could live in a mansion. I was like, because I just don't want to.
First of all, you can. Not going to live in a mansion.
Yeah, but like that's what he was saying. You know, yeah, but I mean, you know, I was like, cause I just don't want to. And I mentioned, you know, I stream poker on Twitch on Monday nights, and I said to them, I was like, you know, I was thinking about maybe playing again on Wednesdays, but I don't know, because the whole thing is like I'm in my basement all day long. Like, do I really want to now sit in my basement all night as well? And it's a commitment. It's hard, you know. Well, I'm gonna go work at a woman. Good, it would be good content.
So, Pied Piper said, I also resell on eBay. We actually did that years ago. We did
long time ago.
We worked with the consignment guy, and we were doing that on the. I actually have a Poshmark.
Yes,
I have like a couple stuff on there. And
just remember, you guys, that, and I mean, congrats to you for doing that. Just remember that this year that you'll have to file next in the next few months, anything over 600, it's not 18,000 anymore.
Yeah,
it's $600 now. So if you do, like, I know a lot of people who
I've only sold
Etsy,
like $100 of stuff.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who quit Etsy who made things and whatnot because they were like, well, wait,
I didn't even know that. I was over 600 always.
Yeah, like a garage sale puts you over.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's insane, dude, and it's such a big difference because it used to. I can't remember.
Bull crap too.
It was either I'm staying low, but it was either 20,000 or 18,000, and it was moved to 600. That there was no gradual. You know, you could make up to 20,000 and not have to do it, but
it's such a it really is. It's such a joke, and it's sad because see, this is the thing. I was like, I don't know if it's sad and it's something to be upset about, the fact that we have to do this, or the other aspect, the other way to look at it is, at least we can do this. Because a long time ago in this situation, you know, you're just eating morsels. You don't have the opportunity to, you know, to turn on an app and be able to make an extra couple $100 a week, which, I mean, let's face it, an extra couple $100 a week is huge. You didn't used to have that opportunity. So it's kind of like, that's why it was such a difficult conversation for us to have. And Mary said, Mary used my words, and I loved it. When when I was getting so upset, and Ryan, I think you said you loved it too. It might have been Nola Grind. When she said, this is just variance, which is a big poker term. And it's such a big thing, and but sometimes it's so hard.
Yeah, some days it's like a slow, you know, we're waiting, and some days they're just coming in.
Yeah, and there've been so many times where we're like, well, maybe, you know, I guess maybe the salary is good. Salaries are good enough, and we should just be relaxing on our time off and not going out into work anymore. But then it becomes like, yeah, but then it's like we don't have that extra money that we really kind of want, because the extra money is the fun money. It's the mental health money,
right?
In a way, you know, because you have to have fun and you have to enjoy your life. Because again, you know, I say this all the time. It's when we're dead, our tombstones are going to be something about us. Right. You know,
this man completed 22,300 dashes.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be something about like personality and stuff like that. And like being happy is so important. And if that means going out and making an extra few bucks to help get to that happiness, then it is what it is. You know, this is just the situation that a lot of us are in that are doing this part-time. You know, is we're just looking for a little bit extra money because things are so expensive now. You can't. I mean, when I went to Stewie Leonard's the other day, I went to Stewie Leonard's the other day. I bought us 2 salads that we could have for the week. I bought us some chicken that we could put in the salads. I bought. No, I didn't even buy coffee creamer. I bought one other thing. It was $50.
It's crazy.
$50.
Making money can be addictive.
It can be addictive. I agree 100%.
Like the eBay thing, Dashing Grandpa has another channel too where Brandon, if you want to put it in the chat, we should get you some subscribers because I know you're just getting that one started. But he does product testing. So people send him all these products and he unboxes it, puts it together, tests it, tells you about it. It's like Grandpa's reviews.
That's cool.
I can't think of the name.
That's great.
Oh, I love those kind of channels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does them all in like 5-6 minutes. So
that's cool.
Oh, awesome.
So
that's
Brandon, put your link. Let's get because he's like at like 100 and some subs. We should get him up there. Or somebody put Brandon's other link. It's
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm drawing a blank on what the name is. But it always comes up in my feed ever since I subscribed. And he's always
it'll probably come up now that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So Steve, you're a full timer.
Yes.
What would you say to the part timer after watching our videos, seeing us, listening to us? What would you say to the part timer?
I mean, to the part-timer that works one night a week and just wants some pocket cash.
A couple nights a week. Yeah.
Or people that are counting on it.
Not the people. Well, the people that are counting on it are working full time.
I mean, some of them have a W-2, and then this is their supplemental. But like you said,
they're working a lot though. They're doing more.
Bills are up. Things cost more. And
I mean, we used to do more.
we used to do it more. I think our motivation has kind of changed though too. Also, it's been different now with the girls being out of the house.
Like right now, I guess
we used to do it more, but I think just now, like feel like we're just a little more tired now.
Yeah,
I think we're kind of exhausted.
You know, I mean, I'm doing so many other things. I'm like myself. I mean, here we are, a bunch of us. Like Brandon's doing other things. I know that Cheyenne has her workout channel as well as Gig Work Mama, selling on eBay. You know, I'm working with Para. I'm doing my search and rescue training. I'm doing gig work. My son's in his senior year of high school. So there's so many reasons to why I do what I do and why they come together like they do. Yep. But if I couldn't be an independent contractor, I'd be screwed. Yeah. I also do a lot of last mile courier deliveries. And when I say that, I'm talking like 90 to 95% of my week usually goes to this. So you guys are on the wrong apps, number one. There's more last mile courier apps than there is all the other apps put together. For last mile courier, I'm on like 15, but there's like 50. So, and then there's websites and stuff where you can claim boards and stuff. And you don't need to have a truck. You don't need to, my friend Dana has been doing curry for 2.5 years, just like me. He does it in Austin. He kills it still in a Prius.
But you can do that kind of stuff like at night and on the weekends, though. I mean, is that the thing? Like,
the weekends is picked up a bit, but I mean, like I've also changed my schedule. Like now, I don't just take hotshot runs through the day. I schedule 2 curries every day, one at 5:30 a.m. and one at 7 a.m. So those 2 pretty much make my day.
You see, that's a difficulty, I feel like, for us, because we have the W-2s, the daytime 9 to 5s. You know,
it's difficult for me too because I've got to get up at 4:45 every morning.
Oh yeah, of course. But I'm saying it's like there's not that flexibility of, we have to, we have to be there during our
right. So that's a full-time thing. But so a lot of the last mile courier apps, you're probably right. If it's just unless your full-time job is at night.
Right.
So if you're working in restaurants or you're security at some place that is closed, or You do a night job, and there's a lot of them.
Right.
If you're doing that, then I would say try and replicate what I'm doing. But because the day stuff is, I think, where the money is these days.
Yeah.
Because in the nights it gets to, it does make sense because that's the full timers and the part timers and the newbies.
Even like for the food apps, like during the week, people are in the office and they want food and they can't get out to go get their food, so they're gonna pay a little bit more too.
Why doesn't Uber do more quests?
They haven't. I feel like they've stopped doing them.
Yeah, they haven't done any in a long time.
Yeah, for a while they want to run of doing them a ton.
Why doesn't Uber get rid of quests and just pay us better?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
I mean these are all amazing games. I've been on Uber since 2015, and I'm not real fond of them.
It's amazing that like somehow DoorDash still is giving us still the same $3 base pay. We probably the last place that still has $3 base pay with DoorDash. All the other ones, well, I don't know what Grubhub gives because Grubhub is random, but all the other ones have dropped their base pay. I mean, Shift's base pay is fine, but the issues on the other end.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you, there's a lot of. I almost need to take a pause here to say, there's a lot of DoorDashers who are in a lot of live chats that I see and I know, and they're always, they have their personalities, and I know them. They're stepping outside of those personalities right now. Like they're very angry. There's a lot of very angry. I'm not saying anybody's trolling that I know, but it's not even borderline trolling, but I can tell you're going through something bad and you're just kind of lashing out. And I get that. Again, the closest thing we have is like ride-alongs to like companionship. So we're out there doing this stuff. I mean, you guys aren't when you do it, you're together. Yeah. But I mean, look, I guess my point is, if it's making you that mad, take a break, whatever that means. Yeah. Because the holidays are coming up. So you don't need to deactivate yourself, but turn the app off for a while. See, I'm trying to kill you. Go take a W-2 and just say, or there's even right now, perfect time. There's seasonal jobs.
Yeah.
Go grab a seasonal job and just remind yourself what a W-2 is like. Maybe it either makes you appreciate the gig world, or maybe it makes you absolutely hate it and say, I want a W-2.
Yeah, I know. I remember I saw a comment from a viewer, I think it was yesterday, where they happened to mention they just went back to their W-2 and they're already missing gig work. Yeah. So I definitely get that. I definitely get that for those who have decided to do this full time. And I also get work in retail. I mean, we did it back when we were younger, and I remember how excited I was to get out of retail and get my first, get my first 9 to 5. Retail is unforgiving. It doesn't pay well. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal, especially if you're an older person and you have a manager as a younger person. I remember that was I hated that personally. There it is.
So you guys, it's at Grandpa's Random Reviews.
I love that.
What the heck is my YouTube?
You know what's good about that is you didn't niche yourself either.
No,
which is good.
And it needed to be, because if you watch it, he's talking about like bedside lights to barbecues to, I mean, it's everything.
That's one of the things on YouTube. You niche yourself. So I got to have 50 YouTube channels. I just started another YouTube channel today that I'm just not sharing with anybody because it's really not going to be very good. But I just did it because I wanted to do it.
Got it. I'm subscribed.
Yeah, you guys all subscribe to that channel. It's and plus it helps you get out of your head. And they're like short 5 or 6 minute videos. And if you like it, Brandon he has like all of us should. Again, even people without YouTube channels. If you're on other social medias, create an Amazon store. Because anytime somebody clicks something that you are recommending on a social media and goes through your store link, anything they buy in that shop, you get portion of, even if it's not.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll get a little.
We get Amazon affiliate. I get these Amazon affiliate.
It's like, I guess somebody clicked on us.
Yeah, thanks. And then I go, I'm like, oh, what they buy? and like it didn't even buy anything that like we had links for. It's like some random stuff. I'm like, oh, cool.
I mean, so Brandon's saying it right here.
I agree. Listen, I agree.
We have our vlogging channel.
Yeah.
That
and this Twitch too actually was kind of funny. Because I don't stream on my own Twitch channel. I stream on the poker channel, on the poker site, their channel. I haven't streamed my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/PokerDad2878, by the way. I haven't streamed on there in like months. And I just got paid $50 from there. And I was like, what the hell did I get paid $50 for? Because like I have no subs over. Like, the way Twitch works is you sub to the channel, somebody pays $5 and they sub to the channel. Similar to how memberships are here on YouTube. And I got paid. I got a $50 in my PayPal from Twitch the other day. I'm like, what the hell did I even get? I haven't streamed on Twitch in so long. How did I even get $50 from it? But yeah, it's good to have, you know, the different. That's, you know, that's, you have to. Yeah. It's like, again, if I can't imagine a world right now. I can't imagine a situation right now of not having multiple ways to make money. But again, that's why I said it's like, in a way, it's like, it's great. You got to work super hard, and we have to, if you want, unfortunately, to live beyond just paying your bills.
I mean, when you guys start a video and Mary sets the goal, are you finding that it's that much off, or are you maybe partially just getting sick of it too?
When you say like when we don't hit the goal,
I'm saying, is it more? I mean, is it the money is so far off you're just like, wow, or is part of it just you've been doing it for years?
I think the goals like definitely are not as high as they used to be. But we still try to get our goal, like no matter what the goal is.
Right.
We try to get it, but we don't go out to get it.
Let's say that you used to make $100 on Tuesday. Now you make 80. Is it about that $20? Or is it about this just isn't as fun?
Like we never oversaturated and I'm pissed and we like at the end of a shift, if we haven't come close to the goal, it doesn't really bother us at all. I mean,
because then it just motivates us for the next time to try to hit that goal and even surpass it. Like this last weekend, that's what happened. Like Friday night we went out, we didn't get the goal, but then Sunday we surpassed it. So
yeah, it was actually funny Sunday because I don't think this part's gonna be in the video, so I'll let you guys know about it. We had come up like with the money, Mary and I. Your tombstone would say, "Here lies a $3 order I'll never see." Order I'll never see. Yeah, the last $3 order I would see. Yeah. Mary. So what we do with the money is we split the money 50-50. Whatever we make, we split the money 50-50. We had not had a good Friday night. At least we didn't hit what we wanted to hit, and we knew we wanted to, at a minimum, both get $100 each. So we knew we needed to make 120 on Sunday.
So that was our goal.
Yeah. So it was funny because then originally, as we woke up on Sunday, we're both like really not feeling it.
Yeah, we're like, you know, let's just go out for 4 hours. Yeah. We'll leave around 10:30, be home around 2:30.
Yeah. Then I was like, yeah, but like, I know I really want to have $100. I know you probably want to have $100. Yeah. So let's just stay out till we have $100. But then, like, as the shift was going, it was like,
I was getting tired.
You were getting tired. You know, I was kind of getting over it. And I know Mary was getting, it's not going to be in the videos, but I know Mary was getting a little annoyed after we took an order of like, you know, we were supposed to be home by 2:30. And now
it was getting on to like 3:30. And we're like, we're not going to be home until almost 5.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was
this is a long day.
But it was like, we wanted to hit the goal, but then they went back to the whole thing of like, you know, especially again with Mary, you know, her job is a very physical job, and this is why we don't go out on Saturdays anymore. We stopped going out on Saturdays because, you know,
we need a day. I need a day.
Yeah, Mary needs a day to just
and you know, I guess I had it mixed up because I know what Mary does from past ones. She's like an X-ray tech, but I thought you said stenographer, which I thought was the
no. Actually, there's a funny meme because October is actually Ultrasound Awareness Month. And there's a funny meme. It's a it's a Halloween costume, and it's a stenographer sitting there, because when you say stenographer, everyone thinks you're saying stenographer.
Yeah.
And so it's just a funny meme that
that's a little too close. They should rename one of those.
Well, that's why I always say ultrasound tech, because even though I'm not a tech, because tech is the person that fixes the machine, and I actually do the sonograms But
Mary's still underneath this right now. Is actually she's still wearing her scrubs right now.
They're just so comfy.
But yeah, so Brandon had a comment here, so I was holding off on it because we had a long conversation about this on the roundtable a few weeks back, that our gig content creators, are we over glamorizing the gig economy, the YouTube and other creators? And it was brought up by Gig Geezer, who was on the show, and it really was interesting because it was one of those questions that really made me think. Like, is it, like, do I show enough of the bad?
Right.
Because I'm not lying about the good, but am I showing enough of the bad?
I think we talk a lot about the bad. We don't show the bad, but when we're in the car, we're talking about a lot. I mean, I don't know how much you get in the video of it.
Mary hasn't been watching our videos very much lately.
I've been too busy.
Yeah, Mary hasn't been watching the last 20 videos. But yeah, I always make sure that I keep it as as real as possible. I keep it very real, 100% real as possible. I just I probably keep it too much, but yeah, I would agree with you on that. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't watch that many ride-alongs anymore, just because I just don't. But I agree with you, from the ride-alongs that I have seen and watched recently. Yeah, it's a lot of, I'm getting this order and I'm delivering it. I think really what people need to see is more of the good and the bad. That there is so much.
If you guys ever want to hear the bad, go listen to my podcast, my audio.
But I mean, but it's like,
I don't beat around the bush on that thing.
I would challenge anybody, and there's YouTube channels that are doing this, great job. And YouTube is difficult. YouTube is its own grind that, honestly, is harder. It is a tougher grind than gig work is. So everybody who's doing gig work, by the way, everybody's doing gig work and doing YouTube. You don't like those who just do the gig work. You don't even know. You don't even know how difficult it is. And to the full timers who are doing gig work and doing YouTube, all the credit in the world goes to you guys, because YouTube is its own major challenge, because you have to deal with algorithms. You want to talk about DoorDash algorithms. You want to talk about Uber Eats algorithms. The Google YouTube algorithm is it will twist your mind into so many different and they change so many things. You think DoorDash only one thing. The YouTube algorithm thing will blow your mind on how confusing it is, and then all of a sudden you get a message from them saying that we're going to pay you half of what we were paying.
Right. I was just going to say, and then we get the hit with the glitch, and
I have no problem talking about how much we make on YouTube, and I want you guys to know.
I saw that video where you were, and actually, I think I had it happen to one of mine, just one too. Where I saw all these views, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool, and then they took them away, and nothing was done.
Yeah,
nothing weird
just to
happened.
let you guys know how bad it is. Our height was, we made 1 month on YouTube, and I have no problem sharing this stuff, because why would I not? $1,700 we made 1 month. Now we're at the point, and our views have stayed consistent. We have not,
nothing has changed.
We have not dropped off. Last month we made 655 on YouTube.
So more than half.
Yeah. That is, and the thing is, with YouTube, you put in the same amount of work every single video. It doesn't change. Where at least with the apps, if you need to make more money, you just stay out there longer. You do more deliveries. YouTube, you have no control over YouTube. So to me, anybody who's taking the time to do this full time, and I'm talking about do gig work full time, and they have YouTube channels. And now they're sitting here editing. Editing is hard work. It doesn't matter how polished or unpolished your editing is. Editing is hard work. It is time consuming. You know, you got to import all the footage. You have to cut up all the footage, which is a major chore. You have to
go through it all again.
You have to go through it all. You know, you've been, you know, especially, you know, what we do is we have 4 hours of footage. I go through all 4 hours of that footage. I don't cut up because I need to, because if I jump through, I might miss something that was probably really good in the video that I don't remember it have a conversation that we had. So you got to cut through all that stuff. Now you have to make it look good because you need viewers to watch your video. You need viewers to watch your video from beginning to end, because if it doesn't, then YouTube isn't gonna promote your video. If YouTube doesn't promote your video, it doesn't matter how good your video is. It's gonna sit there and it's not gonna get any views. You know, so you have all of this on top of the fact that you did all this gig work. You know, so it's like people don't know how much work goes into, you know, doing the gig work and then being on YouTube in the process. It's hard work. And yeah, if it can get discouraging if you're working that hard and you're not, you know, the payoff isn't what you feel it should be. But then it's fun. And like
but see, if you guys were doing it alone,
addicting.
I'd see. Here's another thing though. If you guys were doing it alone, I know Mary says she wouldn't. She's nope. Wouldn't. But Lou, if you were, you probably might watch more ride-alongs.
I probably would,
because part of it isn't even just about learning anything. It's just companionship.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
See, well, he goes out. Like you're going to go out tomorrow night and go.
I'm going to do a 5 hour shift.
I'm going to do a
5 hour shift tomorrow night.
And he's going to. Are you going to record?
Yeah, I'm going to record because what we've been doing is, you know, in the members only, I've started recording uncut members only videos, just me doing ride-alongs, but I'm not editing it. So I'm just, you know, I'm just throwing it up there unedited, and, you know, whatever goes. Whatever I say, if it gets me in trouble, I don't care. It's members only. You watch it if you want to. Half of it's boring because it's just me driving with no talking. But it's just uncut. It's just me out there. And yes, I noticed, especially in the last one, which I just posted today in the members only, I was talking to the members. I was talking to anybody who was sitting there actually watching and listening. And honestly, it was like a therapy session for me. So I completely 100% get it. You know, that camera all of a sudden is a companion, because it's very lonely in that car when you're by yourself. And if you're doing it full time and you're doing that 8-9 hours, there's no way not to get lonely. I know you're seeing people when you're going to pick up orders, but you know, are you really seeing anybody? So it's lonely. So you have to be able to have that conversation with the camera, and then share that. You know, I just say to anybody, you know, just be yourself.
Yeah, and that's why I have this comment up, because
don't worry about what other people think. And just be yourself.
To Wyatt, those are some of my favorite channels. If they're burnt out and uninspiring for a minute, it usually is a pulse on the gig economy. And I'd rather them be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's really how we're feeling. I don't need them to uplift me.
Right.
To give me some false sense of hope.
Right.
Like I need reality. And if I'm feeling it, it's not, I'm not trying to wish any bad on people, but it's nice to hear somebody else feeling it too.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we choose to keep our, you know, and this was what we initially wanted to have the channel be, which is why we said that the camera is going to be a fly on the wall, is because we wanted it to be real, and we wanted to have the good, but also have the bad. No reason to, like, we wanted this to be, you know, a reality show essentially. And that's, you know, and that's what it is. And I think it's important. I think it's important not to just like I said, and especially if anybody's having a YouTube channel that might be struggling right now doing this, just be yourself. Don't over edit it. Right. Just be yourself. That's it. That's what people want to see.
Yeah. And do the type of videos you want to do too. Don't do ride-alongs because they're popular. You might hate them. You know, maybe you're a good editor. Maybe you could be good at, like, Zach drives fast. He doesn't love the lives as much as he likes making the edited.
Right.
So he'd rather take the time to put 2 great videos together for the week.
Yeah.
as opposed to a bunch of lives. I mean,
and what he does, in my opinion, is a lot harder, by the way. And I give him so much. Those types of videos are really, really hard to do because he has to have an idea, he has to have a script, he has to do the research to find out what's even going to get views. And he does such a great job at it.
But I think I can finally answer your part-time question. So this is what I would say to people is that get as many income streams as you can. Find other things going on. And this isn't a diss. This is for the part-timers. But get on, do a holiday job, seasonal work, whatever you want. Find something. There's things out there and do it 15 to 20 hours a week. Don't jump in 40 and then just cut your gig time down to, well, I know these 2 hours are always solid, but I work these 6 around it. Don't do that anymore. Work those 2. That's it. Show the gigs that you're on to them, and you're only going to work when you're getting paid.
Yep.
Well, you just got an email from Spark, right?
I did.
Saying that they're looking for holiday, Spark shoppers and or deliverers. And I didn't get the email, but he got it. So,
I got the email.
So maybe we can get on Spark for at least the holidays.
It'd be nice.
Yeah,
that would be really nice.
Just to have an extra.
And I think I tried to get on Flex, Amazon Flex, because they just opened an Amazon facility right near us. So if we can even get on that for the holiday, that'd be really nice. Maybe we'll be doing some Saturdays in the holiday. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. This is one thing that we always. What's going on, Holly? This is the one thing that we said is that we weren't going to let the apps control our time. That, which is why we said we weren't going to work Saturdays. And sometimes, but we said we'd also be flexible. For example, Friday night, Mary has something going on. We want to go out 2 days. We still want to go out Saturday because our daughter's coming home. So I'm going out tomorrow, and I'm gonna do 5 to 10 tomorrow. I'll just make whatever I make between 5 and 10.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
So I'm gonna relate this comment to, and this isn't a diss. I mean, Pedro's channel's growing at all times, so that's why I can do this easy. But I'll relate this one to Pedro. So Pedro always is. And he has to get creative about it too, because otherwise not only is it just republished kind of thing, he'll go nuts. I know him. He'll go crazy. But what Brandon's saying about a lot of YouTube creators have to push the apps. I don't push the apps. I push the apps that do well for me, and I dog the crap out of the ones that don't. I hope that people find my channel as reality. I'm not gonna lie to you.
See, I don't think they have to push apps. I mean, I do think for the YouTube algorithm, having DoorDash in your title is a lot stronger than not having DoorDash in your title. I know for the YouTube algorithm, sadly, negativity is going to get more views than positivity. A negative thumbnail is going to get a lot more views than a positive thumbnail. DoorDash being in that title is going to get, but I think in the content itself, you don't have to sway one way or the other. Just, today, if you're having a great day and you're loving DoorDash and you're loving Instacart, then you talk it up. But tomorrow, if all of a sudden you're getting dealt a bunch of crap and it's pissing on you, the app is shutting off your schedule when you schedule till midnight. All of a sudden now it's shut you off and you're not scheduled till midnight. True story. Then you piss on it. I think that was real.
That was a glitchy night.
That was a glitchy night.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that was Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I can relate to this comment, Deborah, because when I was in the restaurant and bar industry too, yes, I was a manager. Yes, I've been an owner, but the places I wasn't, and if you're that last person that's going to be cut and it's dead, maybe it's snowing real hard out and it's dead and nobody's coming in, but they got to keep somebody there to close. That's, as a gig worker, we can just go, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can cut yourself, even though
which is great.
Nobody there to replace you, because they're just, you don't know
Yeah, which is probably one of the best things and probably one of the worst things at the same time, because sometimes it is easy to be like, F the goal, let's just go home because this has just been stupid. We're just sitting here doing nothing, and we could be just using our time more productively. So it is good and it is bad, but it's a choice you have, and I think that's the best part about it. And I think that's why ultimately, when I said, well, what better options are there to make extra money? I still think it's the best option. For better or worse, it's still the best option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly don't, I'm not, look, I'm not, you guys have great success and have for many years, but I don't think that people coming out of college have that, like, you're not going to go to work for a company out of college and retire with them. We live in a different world. W-2 world, much different.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting to see like what happens with our girls, because they already, as college students, because they saw us do it, they do the gig apps. And so they're already learning at a very young age how to make money for themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see what route they end up going in, if they end up getting, a W-2 job, or if they end up, I mean, I believe that they're both going to end up starting their own businesses eventually. I would not be shocked. I'd be, and I think for them and for young people who do gig work and learning how to make money for themselves from the get-go, I think that's a very positive thing, because I think that's what we need. I think we need more people leading and less people, working for others, making others rich, which is essentially what a W-2 job is.
Yeah. But you've had yours for a while. Like I'm saying.
Yeah, we've had ours for a long time. Yeah. So we're different. We're dinosaurs now at this point.
Yeah. I mean, if you were just getting into the W-2 world, I've had a salary position. I've had W-2 work. I've had all of it. But it all felt like it was at a better time. Like, I don't know that I'd want to, I wouldn't feel like if I was going to get like, maybe not a dream job, because that I'd have all the passion behind, but even something where I'm like, I'm really excited about this, I'm going to give it my all. I don't know how going into a W-2 these days I would feel about that. I think I would feel it out more first before showing them all I have, which is the opposite of how I used to be.
I think with W-2, one of the big things is growth. It's growth. Is can you grow? Can you grow, or will you stay stagnant? What's up there, Yost?
What's up, Yost?
Going on, Yost? It's like if I were starting a new W-2 job today, my first question I would ask the employer is what is my opportunity for growth? Always look at my angry face. By the way, I'm sure nobody notices this. Like, put in the comments. Comment below. Put it in the chat. If you notice the same recycled thumbnail pictures all the time. We haven't actually taken thumbnail photos in like months. Mary Kate was saying we really need to make new thumbnail photos. Just have some new pictures.
Well, I have new hair now, so.
Yeah, I mean, Mary has new hair now, so she wants some updated thumbnail pictures.
Doesn't match.
Lynn, you work for Amazon on what level? Are you like warehouse? Are you delivery? Are you executive? Because all these are big differences.
We need to know.
Yeah, and I think that's a struggle. That's also the big struggle of the W-2 world. Again, is like I said, if there's no room for growth, it's really difficult, because like that you're in most companies, you're working to make somebody else rich, and you're not advancing yourself at all. So that's a difficult part of the W-2. But on the flip side, I know for me, I'll speak for myself, I am definitely one who likes that sense of security. If it's secure or not, I don't know. Nobody really knows, because obviously none of us are in full control. A company can get sold any day. A company can lay off half their employees any day. But for me personally, knowing that I have this, being a salaried employee, knowing that I have that money coming in each paycheck and I can rely on it. And even if it's going to be the same amount, you know, and no matter how hard I work, it's going to be the same amount. To me, I still prefer that security, and then having the option to make more money doing something else on the side, to me is still the most comfortable life I can live, to be able to enjoy, be able to enjoy my time.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, you pointed out something really good too. Like, you know, the fact that we do have to watch our money right now. All of us, even 100%. Those people who think they're comfortable are watching their money.
Yeah, have to. 100%. Right now, forget it. The way inflation is going to that grocery store is killer. That grocery store is killer. Insurance, my God. You know, our insurance, I just looked at the insurance, you know, we got the 2, you know, 19-year-old drivers. So you know what our insurance looks like right now.
Don't tell me. I'm about to.
Yeah. Trust me, it's a nightmare. And I just looked.
Thanks, Lou. I needed that.
Our renewal, it just went up another $100 per month. And I'm like, what the freak? Like, really? But no more.
Mine just went up too, and for no reason. Like, I've been, I won't say with who, but I've been with the same company for 20 years, same agent.
Yeah, something must have happened with the laws, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I looked, and all of our rebates are all the same. So something must have happened that, like,
it's crazy.
Right. It wasn't a normal, hey, here's your 2-year hike.
Yeah, no,
it was like,
I got to call the final.
And we have, like, we always shop around. Like, when it comes to this time, we shop around, and they're
still the best.
It's still the best.
Scary's still the best. And I will tell you, like, for us, like, just to tell you, like, how crazy things are, you know, at this point, between our auto insurance and the car payments, because our daughters both have their own cars, we pay more in that than we do for our mortgage at this point, which is insanity. So yeah, we got to do gig work. If Mary and I want to actually, you know, enjoy life, by enjoy life, I mean just do, like, extracurricular things and not just work. Then yeah, gig work, got to work extra. But thank God again that we have that opportunity to be able to do it.
But also, you guys have these mad video skills where if you just want a vacation the rest of your life, you could do a vlog.
We could.
Yeah.
You know how to start. I'm being honest too. You know how to
if
start,
YouTube paid enough.
To get it going.
If YouTube paid enough, but YouTube wasn't paying enough.
Well, we do have our other monetized channel that we can write off.
Yeah.
For a vacation.
Right.
Which we've done.
Yeah. Exactly. But you know, that's not making, like, any kind of, like, real money. But you know, it's fun. But at least it's still fun.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be posting a video on.
There's going to be another.
Yeah.
Well, we have a fun thing scheduled this weekend. We plan on going, because I don't know if in your area, but in our area, a lot of houses go all out for Halloween. So we're going to go and vlog. Actually, I found a Facebook page that has, like, all these houses, so we can go and we're going to do that this weekend.
And yeah, I have a video coming up that I'm going to be posting. I still have to edit it. It's been really procrastinating editing it. Is a video of us going to the Mall of America when we were in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I mean, so the other thing that's happening though is all this legislation with the new year. I can already tell you guys that a lot of the states, it's going to hurt the gig companies too. So they're going to have to start appreciating that. It's going to be very difficult for them, because they're going to have to learn to appreciate the hard workers, which is something they've purposely not done, but they've found greed works better by just onboarding 10 million people too many. And this most of the legislation that's coming through isn't going to allow that. So you're going to want the best workers. You're going to want the best hustlers to not be screwing up the system. So here we are coming up on the holidays. Do you think that the holidays will soon here pop off and go up? Maybe not to like last year, but pretty good. And then after the new year, when some of this legislation starts going in place, do you think they're at all preparing? This is even a big question for me, because I feel like every time I'm like, you guys should be doing something along, not necessarily specific, but you should be doing something like this to show them that, hey, we're listening and we're trying. But I feel like every time it's like, hey, we're going to do this with legislation, they're like, then we're doing this.
Yeah.
And they do the polar opposite of what you should be doing to show good faith that you're working with these people. And it's like, are you just trying to burn it all down? I mean, it's rough for me to even understand.
You know, we don't pay attention to politics, and you don't need to see what's going on.
Right.
You know,
I mean, this isn't, this is more about
us, you know, the middle class. You know, I think it was somebody who said in the comment, that they said, you know, it's really a shame, and it just tells you where we are. Like Lou and Mary, you both have good jobs, and we both have good jobs, and we have to do this. So that just shows you where, where
we already established Lou could just play poker around the clock.
Yeah. And so, you know, it just shows you like where we are. So I mean, honestly, for holidays, I'm not sure. I hate to be doom and gloom here, but I don't see things getting better. Because how could they? Because unless everybody's getting, you know, Christmas bonuses, I know people are going to be spending their Christmas bonuses, I hope, on their kids, you know, or on themselves. Do something nice for yourself.
Yeah. Maybe.
Not on delivery drivers, you know?
Oh, Rob joined.
Yep.
Oh, there you go, Rob. Thank you, Rob.
Welcome to the crew.
Long Island Dash Crew. You will get a nice formal shout out in the video in upcoming weeks with the video that we record on Sunday, which will be out probably in 2 weeks. Oh my God, slot machines 29 hours straight. God help you. God help you, Dash.
I mean, it's like being on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was telling Gary Middleton that he should make a little like side app, like a widget, where you can just play a slot machine while you're waiting for a good order.
Why not?
Yeah.
And just like every time you like get a win, then you lose it all back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mary gets so tilted at the Facebook ads for the apps that you can win money on.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, you could just play this app and win all this money.
Play bingo.
Yeah, but how much money do you have to put into the app in order for you to win like 50 cents?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, what's the one that it's something bucks with an S? Swag bucks or something?
Swag bucks. I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. Probably.
Where you don't have to put any money in. I don't even understand what it is, really. I've never I should look at it. But it's one of those things where like I don't even know what you do. Somehow you download apps or you play them and you get paid or something. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's like the like taking like the surveys and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
You know, the surveys you got to do to get paid anything.
That.
Yeah. See, I mean, luckily enough,
ask for more money from you, W2. See, my job, like I get a cost of living raise every, I think it's April. And depending on how well I performed is how much I'll like get. Yeah. I think the max is like 5%. But
and yeah, I mean that's the thing with raises from W2s is because of taxes, because of how much you get taxed from your W2, you know, a 5-10% raise, like what is that really? You know,
it's still a raise though.
It's a raise. It's a raise.
But every year, like your health insurance goes up, so it's like it all evens out.
It all evens out to, at the end of the day. You know, if you're getting an extra $50, you know, I don't even know. Like to me, raises are like.
I mean, it might just be a wash.
It's still not as good as doing a side hustle.
At a 10%, it might just be a wash, but it's still the company paying 10% more.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So they still constantly are. Yeah. Payroll kills companies. I mean,
which is, you know, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
I always gotta be careful talking about stuff because you never know who's watching this stuff.
No. Yeah. But I'm just saying that.
Like, do you like make money? Like, do you have to put money in to win the money? Tell us how this works.
Wait, and why are you trusting a digital slot machine on your phone? Come on, dude.
It's not regulated.
I mean, I play games, but none of these.
A
lot of time.
Listen, sometimes you got to be a degen. It's the way it is. I'm with you.
Okay. See, and Christopher Taylor still does good on Shipped.
We have been seeing Shipt has been getting better here. Shipt's been giving some crazy bonuses.
It's probably because they kicked John Dash and I off.
Yeah, like the Shipt bonuses, like the Shipt bonuses right now. Like we had one this weekend.
Yeah, it was an extra $15.
$15 for 2 orders.
For 2 orders, and then I got 1 tip. I never got the second tip, but it ended up being with that 1 tip like $35.
Yeah, but what's really interesting is like the bonus is like that includes a stack. So if you do a stack, they count that as 2 orders.
Because Instacart doesn't. If you do like a triple, it's only 1 order.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, this is like fantastic. Like Shipt all of a sudden is coming out of nowhere and becoming like a star player again before they before they crap the bed again. But this guy keep on taking advantage of without it's all starting to give you stuff.
I just gotta go and get. Doesn't want to pay those DoorDash fees.
I don't blame you. Listen, Dashy Grandpa, I don't blame you. The only time I order off a DoorDash, a lot of times is because I'm editing a YouTube video and I just can't get out. I was like, I know I gotta get this video out because if I don't get the video out, the YouTube algorithm is gonna punish me, and YouTube algorithm will punish you for not being consistent.
Oh, so we need more preferred shoppers. I have like 3, I think.
Yeah, I got one. Actually,
maybe that's why we're seeing more orders.
Yeah.
I don't think John Dash and I were the only 2 people deactivated either. No, I'm mentioning that.
No, definitely. I think a lot of
really might have helped you guys.
Yeah. Right, because now we're seeing like orders come in because they usually drop the top of the hour and then they're hanging out like longer. Oh,
Melly, thank you so much, Melly. Nelly with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Melly.
Thanks.
Melly's the best.
Leave that up there for a minute.
I think that Shipt. Yeah, I think that a lot of people probably shut off Shipt. They probably a lot of people shut off. A lot of people stopped checking Shipt because Shipt was pointless.
Right, and yet all the times that I didn't check it and then I came back to it, I could still log in though. This last time it was like,
but that's the thing is like all you need to do is turn the app on, and that's a great thing about Shipt is at least you don't have to actually log in. You just literally turn the app on.
Right.
But I don't want to say Shipt is great or anything like that because we've seen the Shipt still allow people to take their tips back. Well, I think the thing is like you don't know if somebody's tipping anyway, so they probably could take their tips back for sure because you don't even know they've tipped.
Right.
Until like 2 hours afterwards anyway. So it's possible, I'm sure they can for sure.
But Shipt people pay a membership. I'm guessing that they have a better system in place with Target and stuff where they have to call in. Hey, I want to remove this tip. And that'll deter everybody.
Yeah, I know with Target, because like I've ordered from Target to be delivered and they use Shipt shoppers, but you're actually not going through the Shipt app, you're going through the Target app. So, and then you pay later on, like you pay the tip later on. So I don't know how it actually is with Shipt, like if you're ordering on the Shipt app.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll get tips like a week later because the app just reminds you, oh hey, by the way, remember that order you did 4 weeks ago? Tip that son of a bitch.
I don't care about you. Yeah.
I'm still not saying Shipt is good. They're all they all suck, but again, they're all
right. It's what sucks the least in your market.
Yeah.
But once again, thank goodness they're here because I know that my parents struggled, and I wonder if when I was a teenager and my dad was an auto mechanic and he was making just barely enough money. I never went to the dentist I never went to a dentist because I'm pretty sure they didn't have dental insurance. And what if these things were around, back in the 80s and the 90s when my dad was struggling? Would things have been different? So thank God that now with inflation the way it is, and you could have a good job, a bad job, it doesn't matter. You have the opportunity still, to make some money on these apps. But that being said, they have major flaws, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to talk them up, but I'm not trying to talk them down. They are here what they are, and they are what they are. And
they lost CVS Pharmacy too,
but also praise them at the same time.
And I think that was about the time they started disabling people. Was when CVS went to RODEO. I think that's when they start saying,
"Oh, that's
okay,
right."
If people
CBS,
haven't been active, get them out of here.
Yeah.
So, but this Woodcutter has a question about Instacart. Do the promotions make sense to you? The guaranteed $48 for 4 batches when there is no way you will get anywhere near that extra money because of how base pay works.
Well, I mean, the thing is the 48.
The 48 that's really without tip.
The 48 is without tip, so the 48 is just based on base pay.
So if you think about it, if you're getting like now, I think base is like around like $6 or something. So if you're getting 6 times 4,
go as low as 4 too.
So you're getting that's $24. So you're making an extra $24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, but we've seen better.
But we don't take anything unless it has like a decent tip, because that's the nice thing about Instacart is you can see, like we literally had a double, was it the other night, that it was like a $40 tip for his double shop. But when we got the breakdown, one tipped like $5 and the other one tipped like $35.
Yeah.
So it was like crazy.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
But here's the funny thing about bonuses, by the way, with Instacart, which is really funny. You know, we both have our Instacarts running. It's always that one of us has a bonus and the other one doesn't.
Oh, the promotion.
The promotions. Like I'll have $4 extra per batch, or vice versa, and the other one won't have that.
Yeah, it's very weird.
So we don't even know like how like they even determine who's getting a bonus, who doesn't. When we're both sitting next to each other, one of us has a bonus and one doesn't have the bonus. So then it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm taking all the orders today and you're not taking any of the orders.
Yeah, but see, to Woodcutter, I'd say like if you are getting good orders, you are getting more than $7 base pay. Yeah, but now you can't see the tips. Now you're just going off that number. Yeah, like they make again. I feel like it's the gamification. They're just playing.
The tip also is going to give you an indication on what kind of customer they are as well. And you know, if there's a very low to no tip, you're probably looking at a shop that's going to be very difficult anyway, because the shop that the customer probably hasn't put in replacements, or they're probably going to be difficult with their
and they're going to be picky and
where somebody who tips a high amount generally is going to be somebody who knows what they're doing with the app and is probably going to be a better customer to shop for in general, just as a smooth shop.
I agree.
And definitely the ones that tip really well, they're very appreciative and they're usually like, you know,
nice,
very responsive, and
not
have
picky.
Replacements and
or they'll just like that's the one thing that we've started doing, especially in the last couple of months, is with replacements. We've just been replacing things and then letting them review it, and either they want it or they don't want it, instead of wasting time trying to have a whole conversation about one specific little item, and just using more common sense.
Right.
And moving on with the shop.
Well, especially with Instacart, because as soon as you do the replacement, they get a text right away. Are you okay with this replacement? And they say yes or no. And 9 out of 10 times they're fine with it.
See, I think that should just be gone. You should have to put them in, or there should just be a default selection that just says, yes, I'll take replacements. Like if you don't have extreme dietary needs.
Right.
And that way, if they haven't done a replacement, if something's not in stock, it just says, get them this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the default.
Well, Lou is always funny about it. He's like, I don't understand if they, you know, it's like peanut butter. He's like, oh, why don't they just want Skippy if the wood Jif isn't? And it's like, but some people are specific about things they like.
But it drives me nuts.
But then just opt out of that, or make them opt in for default. But otherwise, put replacement items. If you don't, I guess my point is there should be no contacting.
Why does it need to be 50 different versions of one thing, Steve? You know, that's one thing that drives me nuts. I said it the other day. I was like, why does it have to be like 50 different versions of the same damn product?
Oh, different flavors and scents and
like, can somebody please explain to me the whole cereal thing? Why do we have family size, king size, big size, large size, maybe not so large size, small size, and and you look at the ounces, they're like 0.2 ounce difference. I'm like, can you stop already?
Yeah,
can you stop?
Right, the box is twice as big, but there's only
like, oh, they have the king size, but they don't have the family size, and they want the family size. I mean, they're freaking gonna eat it anyway.
Or like the candy, it's like share size, family size, party size.
I also want to just know about the cereal aisle, because there's really only like 4 or 5 cereals that get bought.
Right,
yes,
right.
yes.
Exactly,
why are there 10,000?
Exactly. Right, exactly. It's like every brand is getting like a cereal now, you know? It's like, oh, there's the Pokemon cereal. I'm sure that's really good. You know? It's just freaking Lucky Charms. It's the same damn thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Instacart. If they did a percentile tip, it affects it. So if you don't want to lose the item because then you lose your tip.
If you're doing good orders, you're getting more in base pay than the promotion pays, thus making the promotion moot. Yeah, no, listen. I definitely get it, but then it just becomes a point of like, okay, if I can make, listen, a lot of these promotions are terrible. I mean, DoorDash has started this new thing, which is simply just stupid in every single way. You guys have probably seen the whole streaks thing, which we started seeing, which make absolutely no sense at all. Like you can make an extra $9 if you do 5 orders without breaking the streak. Like, do you realize how terrible that is? Do you realize how terrible it is? Because you can't break the streak, or else you don't get the $9. Which really the $9 is really like $1.50 extra, which is kind of great, but it's not so great because that means you can't break the streak, which means that you got to drive 9 miles for a $3 order to not break the streak to maybe make $9, which really you haven't made $9 because now you've spent all that money on gas and it's complete garbage. Why are you even offering it? Like people have half a brain. They're not stupid. Stop.
Also, let's not forget that if you are doing that, this used to happen with Uber all the time with me with rideshare. If you're not doing that, or if you are doing those type of promotions, you're gonna get crap that you would not accept.
Oh, I'm sure.
And especially with DoorDash, I don't put them as the worst app to earn on, like Instacart, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I do put them as one of the most untrustworthy.
Oh yeah.
One of the dirtiest apps out there.
Yeah, let's be honest. All right, let's be honest. And this is one of the things that hurts so much being a part-timer. Top Dasher is such bullcrap.
Yeah,
such bullcrap because the part-timer has no chance in hell of ever getting it.
Plus
you need 100.
You're an independent contractor. There should be no acceptance rate on any app.
Well, such bullcrap because it's legit. Because Top Dashers are getting the better orders. So it's such bullcrap that me as the part-timer who wants to go out, we're working so hard having a W-2 and now going out and doing this crap, and we can't even be eligible to get these better orders because we can't do 100 deliveries a month because what the frick you want us to do? Like not sleep? It's bullcrap.
More air in the back.
It's bullcrap. The Top Dasher thing is a crime.
Yeah.
It's a crime.
But at the same time, I know Top Dashers who are now saying, especially with the volume down and stuff, that they get thrown so many more orders. It was for a while like I get so many better orders. Now it's like I'm throwing so many more that I go down from Top Dashers so fast.
Well, that's another bullcrap thing as well. The fact that now they have to sit here and grind and take all this garbage at the end of the month just to become Top Dasher. The whole Top Dasher thing, but it's not going to go away. We know it's not going to go away. Why it's not going to go away? Because people are still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to do it, especially if you're full time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're full time, and that's the kind of stuff that you and those are the kind of deliveries you want to do.
You're not losing anything by streaks.
Where you going?
Where's that hat?
Oh, it's right here.
He's gonna burn it.
Gonna burn it.
Get me fired up, Steve.
Well, we're creeping up on 2 hours here, guys. So we're gonna wind this down.
Yeah.
It always goes by so quick with when we
which is good because everyone needs to use the bathroom.
No, but it always with you guys, it always goes by so quick. I was just looking up. I was like, holy shit.
Because we love talking to you. Because we go on these rants. We love talking to each other. We could literally talk about nothing for 2 hours, and yet the time will go by so fast. And we talk about a lot.
And people who sometimes are not quite as vocal come out and say all kinds of random things they don't say in other lives. I love it.
Oh. Wow. $18.75 for an hour. Wow.
On their Dash by Time, where are you?
Wow. See that to me that could be worth it for sure.
Can we go to that area?
Assuming that's enough for you.
I mean,
plus
you
tips.
still got to think there's going to be some tips. You can't.
Well, it's going to be tips for sure.
Yeah,
there's going to be tips for sure. I mean, I think that's great. We don't even have to in our zone. We don't even have dash by time. I leave it 2 minutes, lose, fire it up. Yeah, because Ryan sees me on the poker stream. Ryan has seen my rants on the poker stream. Nothing makes me more upset, Steve, on the poker stream than when people complain about losing. I can't tell you. Ryan will tell you how many times I said, if you don't like losing, just hey, Eric Collier talking about a poker player. That guy is a poker freaking crusher.
Okay, guys, if you see him, don't play him.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Eric Collier. Go follow that guy. You want to see that guy crush poker, by the way. But yeah, like I tell people all the time, like if you hate losing, just don't play. Just stop playing. Just don't complain.
It was a reward for full timers.
Yeah.
Well,
it was.
But you don't have to. I mean, it's really just a reward for doing what they say.
Right.
Like taking all their crap. Like,
it's like, are you really an independent contractor?
Yeah. Hey, do everything we say. Okay, you're a top dash.
You're still it's still working for the man.
Yeah.
Washington
State. Wait a minute. So are you in Seattle? Because I forget that they were just doing the rideshare, but now the state of Washington and Seattle specifically, but the Washington State too, has also they're going to be integrating a model for the delivery drivers minimum wage as well. So that might be why that's so high. He just says hello.
Eric is a really, really nice, like really awesome, nice guy.
But yeah, you guys got any last words of wisdom other than burn the gig economy to the ground?
No, I mean, because I say the opposite. At the end of the day, just it still is, in my opinion, the best way to make extra money.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the best and easiest way to make extra money. So as depressing as it can get sometimes.
And it has been very depressing lately.
Yeah.
That is another thing. When it gets depressing, it's that much harder to do.
It is. But it's still, you got to push yourself, be self-motivated.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's still the best way. It's still the easiest. And it's still the easiest.
And I agree with that.
That's why it's the best way. It's still the easiest way.
I've had to modify it, but I get up super early and by like 11, I've cranked out a whole day's worth of earnings, and I can still go earn.
And Steve, is it not easy?
Yeah,
it's easy.
Yeah,
it's easy, and that's, to me, that's great. Because you know what, we all work too hard to make our lives more difficult than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. And I've moved to apps that pay me more. So I do pretty well in the day. So that's the difference between a full-time or two. When I used to do full-time rideshare, I would do it all at night. That's still how you had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now the work can be found on so many different apps in the day. There's tons of work out there.
Which is great. Yeah. Which is great that we have the opportunity, is there to be able to do it.
But people aren't optimizing it yet. And I'm not trying to blow myself out of the water, but I got to say, like, guys, optimize this. If you're out there doing DoorDash and only taking 10 out of every 200 orders, look into some other apps, and some of them should.
That comes to the individual. That comes to the individual, their motivation, their fear, trying new things. That just comes to the individual, just saying, it becomes motivation and fear of trying new things. Don't ever, especially, to the people who do it during the day, don't be too complacent. Try new things. And, that's the great thing. Once again, the great thing about this, you're not filling out an application. You're not getting hired by a company.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to quit.
Don't quit.
If you don't,
even if you get mad as can be, don't.
Yeah. If you don't like
forever.
If you don't like it, just don't do it. No, what I'm saying is, like, if you try some other apps during the day and you don't like it, it's okay. Like, you don't have somebody to answer to. You don't have to, like, call up. You try Curry, for example.
Yeah, and the barrier for entry is
you don't have to call up Curry and be like, listen, I need to give him my 2 weeks notice. You don't have to do that. You just don't open the app. And it's that simple, and you're in control. It's easy. It's so easy. It's stupid easy. Hopefully it remains to be easy.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
You know, I'll say for the, you know, for some of the courier services, some of the longer trips, that gets a little different. Like I've gone to Utah, I've gone to Vegas from Denver, and those get a little different because that gets a little wearing and you still got to make it. So that becomes a little bit different than just driving food around little bits, because you can always stop at any point too. That's there's so many perks to the gig economy, guys, and it's not going anywhere. But it does need to start pretending like it's playing ball with some states, or else there's going to be some real changes next year. That won't benefit us, because trust me, it's all meant to appear to benefit us, but to be honest, the gig companies will take it out on us.
Oh yeah, for sure, because we're going to be because they know that if we want, in a time where we're all looking for some extra money, they know that they're the easiest way to make extra money.
Yeah. My friend Kim Cavan, who does a lot of legal stuff, she's always on the legal fronts. She always mentions it as we're acceptable collateral damage.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're still the lowly people making we're still the lowly people making somebody rich.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that we have more control over what we're making than we do, if we're doing other things. Supposed to like working at Walmart part-time.
Yeah. So I guess you guys, this wasn't a burn. It might have felt like one in the beginning, and then times in the middle. And when Lou threw the hat, like those moments might have made you really go, screw this. But overall, it should have made you, it was just an honest conversation.
Yeah.
This is just what the gig economy is right now. I mean, the world is moving to a gig economy. So
right. Well, just like this episode, we had our ups, we had our downs. It's just like any shift at any time.
Yep. I mean, in the end, I still think it's positive.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I do think you need to start pivoting. I think that there's so many more apps out there though now too.
Driven to Couples Game Show. All right.
Couples Game Show number 2.
Yeah. You know that Tony just had another kid, right? Tony and Lisa.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
So now they've got 6.
Oh boy.
Oh, geez.
So
congrats.
But yeah, so I guess that's my take too, you guys, is don't give up on it unless you're ready to give up on it.
Oh, right. Only
you know when you're ready to give up on it.
Don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You might get sick of us.
But
you might get sick of us.
But if we're not going anywhere, even if you need a break, and there's seasonal work for 3 weeks that you're like, that's pretty good money. Maybe that break would be huge for you, even though you hate W2 style stuff. It might just be good for you just to get away. But if you do, I would say this: if you're on social media a lot and you don't have a channel and you don't have to meet, like Lou said, because they're pretty hard if you don't keep up with what you've trained it when you upload and stuff. But if you're just doing gig work and you join social and you for 2-3 weeks you're going to take some time off and come back, I'd say stay away from the social too.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd say fully get away from it.
Agreed.
Yep.
So that said, I had a great time.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining our channel too.
Thanks for joining our channel.
Yeah, we're all up in the cloud.
We both joined each other.
So thank you all for joining us, for sure. You guys were keeping it interesting. And it seemed like it seemed like everybody was kind of right there with us, feeling what we're feeling.
Yeah. Which is good.
In your respective markets. So again, just being honest, and you guys keep hustling and hustle when it's worth it. Don't be, I guess that's my final words. Don't be afraid to stop. If you have a goal for the night and you're $25 short, don't be afraid to stop. Gig apps might even be alerted to what you're going for. And they might be kind of stalling you. To hit that goal.
Agreed.
So shake your goals up. If they know every Tuesday you need to make 100, and then you stop one Tuesday, stop at 57 because it got slow.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
Start teaching the algorithm something. So that said, Have a good night.
Yeah, that's why we always have a different goal each time, because to change it up.
But it's not a life ender if you don't hit it.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Still gonna go to bed at night. Still gonna wake up in the morning. Knock on wood.
I always say if we're within 10, I like to be within $10 of our goal. Who likes to be within 5? Yeah. But you know,
but at the
it's
end
extra
of the day,
money that we've made. We didn't have that the 3 or 4 hours before we started the shift. So.
Yep.
So, anyways, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you when we do this again on a number 7 sometime.
Yep, it will happen.
It will happen. It's happened 6 times. So, good night, everybody.